They hate a politician they can't trust.
On the subject of trust, you've adopted different speaking accents in different scenarios.
But they go to their local bodega.
Is there one that's real and one that's affected?
Worldwide tour is a worldwide tour is a worldwide tour.
Mamdani was talking about a worldwide press tour back when he was a rapper.
We're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you these stories every day. Now, have you heard about your boy Zorhan Mamdani? Y'all, we did a video about him a few days ago. I don't know why it didn't get a lot of views, so we're gonna run into that video a little bit later so you can watch it, hopefully. So first you need to know who Zorhan Mamdani is. He is the surprising winner of the New York City Democratic primary, and he looks like he has a pretty good chance of becoming the next mayor of the city of New York. Now people are freaking out because this guy is probably one of the worst candidates ever, at least based on his promises. We never know what he will actually do if he were to win, but based on his promises, he's basically promising to turn New York City into a socialistic HE double hockey stick hole, and people are freaking out about that to the extent, y'all, that now there is actually a movement to have him stripped of his citizenship. He's only been a citizen, I believe, for 6 years, something like that. So he's a grown man, y'all. He wasn't born and raised in the United States. He's from another country. And there's a movement to have him stripped of his citizenship and deported. So we're going to take a look into that right now. So here we have Nick Sorter on X, who says, just in, Representative Andy Ogles just formally asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to revoke Zorhan Mamdani's citizenship and deport him back to Uganda. Mamdani was openly supporting terror organizations prior to becoming a citizen, making him ineligible. Now let's read through this. Dear Attorney General Pam Bondi, I write to request that the Department of Justice open an investigation into whether Zorhan Kwame Mamdani, currently a candidate for mayor of New York City, should be subject to denaturalization proceedings under 8 U.S.C. 1451A on the grounds that he may have procured U.S. citizenship through willful misrepresentation or concealment of material support for terrorism. According to public records, including a June 21st, 2025 New York Post article, Mr. Mamdani expressed open solidarity with individuals convicted of terrorism-related offenses prior to becoming a U.S. citizen. Specifically, he rapped. Now, y'all, that's why you need to watch. That's why you need to watch this whole video. We're going to get into his rap career in this video. Specifically, he rapped. Yes, he was a rapper, y'all. Okay. Specifically, he rapped, quote, "Free the Holy Land 5, my guys." Quote, "The Holy Land Foundation was convicted in 2008 for providing material support to Hamas, a designated foreign terrorist organization. Publicly praising the foundation's convicted leadership as, quote, my guys, quote, raises serious concerns about whether Mr. Mamdani held affiliations or sympathies he failed to disclose during the naturalization process. While I understand that some may raise First Amendment concerns about taking legal action based on expressive conduct, such as rap lyrics, speech alone does not preclude accountability where it reasonably suggests underlying conduct relevant to eligibility for naturalization. If an individual publicly glorifies a group convicted of financing terrorism, it is entirely appropriate for federal authorities to inquire whether that individual engaged in non-public forms of support, such as organizational affiliation, fundraising, or advocacy, that would have required disclosure on Form N-400 or during a naturalization interview. Moreover, Mr. Mamdani has recently refused opportunities to reject the pro-terrorist rallying cry to globalize the Intifada, a call to expand violent attacks on civilians to the United States and around the world. While political speech in isolation is not dispositive, in light of earlier expressions of admiration for individuals convicting of supporting terrorism, a troubling pattern emerges that warrants formal scrutiny. The naturalization process depends on the good faith disclosure of any affiliation with or support for groups that threaten U.S. national security. If Mr. Mamdani concealed relevant associations, that concealment may constitute a material misrepresentation sufficient to support denaturalization under federal law. The federal government must uphold public trust by ensuring that citizenship is not granted under false pretenses. I respectfully urge the Department of Justice to determine whether Mr. Mamdani's conduct prior to naturalization warrants formal review under applicable law. Sincerely, Andy Ogles, member of Congress. Now, y'all, that is wild. Do you think this will result in an investigation? What if this guy gets denaturalized based on his rap lyrics? That would be crazy. Now, you might say, what rap lyrics? What are you talking about? We're going to shoot right into the previous report that we did on him that gets all into it. And also his various different accents that he uses as he talks to different communities. So hang out so you can get all the information you need on Mr. Mamdani. Now, y'all, you are looking at, y'all, this is just the funniest story ever. This guy's about to be the next mayor of New York, it looks like, y'all. I mean, the biggest city in the whole country, one of the most important cities for sure in the world. And they're about to elect this guy as the mayor. And you know what? Scott Adams, who he is the creator of Dilbert, he has, I don't know if he coined this term or not, but he's been using the term the Dramacrats. He said that for Democrats, you know, everything is a performance. And once you watch this video from today, you're going to see exactly why. This guy is the king of the Dramacrats. I don't even know if he would be considered a Dramacrat because, frankly, he's a socialist, y'all. I don't know why America wants to flirt with socialism so badly, but this is what you get, y'all. So first things first, I'm going to show you a recent poll that shows that New Yorkers are taking this guy seriously.
And the race for mayor has never been tighter than it is right now, and this is the day before primary day.
Yeah, really. Brand new exclusive polling unveiled by Pix 11 this morning shows former Governor Andrew Cuomo and Queens Assemblyman Zorhan Mamdani neck and neck. Let's bring in our Henry Rossoff. And of course, you know, Henry, they say the only poll that matters is the one on election day. So what do you say, you know?
Well, I guess it's a good thing we have an election day tomorrow. Huh? So with all this polling, we'll finally have a decision. It's really a mad dash to the finish line at this point. And in our brand new exclusive polling with Emerson College and The Hill, it's truly positive news, to be frank, for Queens Assemblyman Zorhan Mamdani, particularly underscores how fluid this race for the Democratic nomination is.
Of new numbers that show a meteoric rise for the 33-year-old state lawmaker, from around 1% in the polls to now hitting 34% in the latest survey from Pix 11 and Emerson College. In the first round of this ranked choice voting simulation, he trails former Governor Andrew Cuomo by just 2 percentage points. In the final round, after all other candidates, including Comptroller Brad Lander, are eliminated and the second choices of voters are factored in, the polling shows Mamdani beating Cuomo.
All right, so there you go. There you can
48%.
see I'm not exaggerating. This guy is in line to win the primary. Now, he may still have to take on the current mayor, Eric Adams, who he's leaving the Democrat Party, and he'll be running as an independent. So things are going to get spicy, but it looks like this guy, this actor, like this actual actor, y'all, is going to be the Democratic nominee. Now, the guy you're looking at on your screen is also a Dramacrat. He's the guy who recently got arrested for interfering with ICE. And then you have Cuomo as well. So, y'all, this is just, I mean, sometimes you just got to sit back and laugh, y'all. Just take it in as entertainment. Like, the actors want to entertain you. So let's laugh at it. Let's enjoy it. Yes, sad, but you know what? Sometimes you go to a movie so that you can cry, right? So, y'all, what we're going to do is we're going to jump right into this report that you saw from the coming up. We're going to skip right to the best part where this actor, and I'm only saying that because the guy is technically an actor. I'm not saying that in a, you know, as a pejorative. He's an actor. And you're going to see some of his many accents that he uses to connect with the different communities in New York. People are going for this, y'all. Like, this is what America has come to. We're going to see his different accents. We're going to see how he started Disney movies. And we've already seen some of his many different acting ways when he was banging drums and trying to get at Tom Homan, y'all. This is just too much. So anyway, without further ado, y'all, let's just hop right into this video to see all the different accents that the next mayor of New York can do to connect with his people. But before we do, y'all, make sure you take care of your money. I'm not going to make this a long one, y'all. Go to Paralegold, Paralegold.com, or call 844-651-8334, 844-651-8334. If you have $50,000 to $100,000 or more in your retirement, protected from inflation, protected from monetary debasement, you're about to retire. Make sure your money's still there and it's still worth something by investing at least some of it in gold. Talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals. Go click the link now, get the free information, and protect your precious retirement.
Do you attribute your success in this race to your socialism or to your social media?
I think that there's a combination of those things, because I think that New Yorkers, more than they hate a politician they disagree with, they hate a politician they can't trust.
On the subject of trust, you've adopted different speaking accents in different scenarios.
But they go to their local bodega.
Is there one that's real and one that's affected?
What I would say is, as any immigrant knows, having been born in Kampala, Uganda, and then raised in South Africa and moving here when I'm 7 years old, is there are different parts of my life.
A worldwide tour is a worldwide tour is a worldwide tour.
Mamdani was talking about a worldwide press tour back when he was a rapper.
Bring the flavor to the fish, bring the flavor to the rice.
In a Disney movie directed by his mother.
Nepotism and hard work goes a long way. Here in New York City, this is how I speak, this is how I am.
Do you believe in the First Amendment, Tom Homan?
While Mamdani may not be giving typical politician vibes, he's still playing to the cameras, often in the role of Trump resistor, which is less controversial than some of his past protests of Israel. He was arrested outside the home of Senator Chuck Schumer less than a week after the October 7th attack by Hamas.
Yeah, so
and
also
he's used
they're
the
going to
term
get
genocide.
into some of his views as it relates to the whole Israel-Palestine thing. You can already guess what they would likely be, right? That's not my beat. I don't cover that much. I'm not going to get into that. You don't even need, frankly, can't you just guess what his views would probably be? I mean, he has a certain profile, so you can kind of guess what his views would likely be on the conflict and the kind of words and rhetoric that he has likely used, right? So we don't have to really dive into that. But anyway, y'all, this is kind of a fun one. New York looks like they're about to take a huge step back. But you know what? Sometimes these people, they turn out to be some of the best governors. You know, someone who you would think would be terrible. Sometimes they turn out to be quite good. Either way, this guy is really funny because he takes himself seriously and New Yorkers take him seriously. And I find that hilarious. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Drop a comment down below. Do you think he's going to win? If so, will you be going to New York, you know, when it turns into a socialist country? Let me know down in the comments. But before you do, please stop, hit the share button, share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all of your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. For my people with a retirement, especially my New Yorkers, you know how them socialists are, y'all. They like to yank your money and give it to other people. You better protect it. Put it in physical gold, y'all. Go to Paralegold, Paralegold.com. Put in your information, download our free guide, take a look at it, and then talk to my people at Augusta Precious Metals at 844-651-8334. Want to thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. We'll see you back in the next one.